Well, guys, it's finally here. The 1 year anniversary of our 2015 Ford Fiesta SE.
Hey guys, welcome to this installment of Mike's Vehicle Vlogs. Before we get into the 1 year review of the Fiesta, I do just want to kind of let everybody know, in case they don't know already, that I have officially launched some Mike's Vehicle Spotlight and Mike's Vehicle Vlogs apparel on teespring.com. I do have a storefront there, and I've designed and created, many t-shirts, a couple of hoodies, available in both male and female fits. You can choose from a wide variety of colors. Yeah, I just wanted everybody to know that, there is now official MVS and vlog merchandise available. Now, the main reason why I started the store, a couple of reasons actually, is because number one, I wanted to have Mike's Vehicle Spotlight merchandise even from years ago, like as far back as 2012. Just never really had the resources to do anything with it, but now here I am, designing them and putting them out there. And number two is because I'm hoping that additional profits that I can make off of the merchandise, I honestly want to buy another Pontiac Aztek. Now, you guys know by now how serious I am about the Pontiac Aztek. I had one at one time, and I want another one as a collection vehicle. Not to mention, I think it would make a very, very good asset to have for the vlog series. I have already looked at a couple of Aztecs over this past year, and because I honestly don't have the additional funds to just put towards it at this time, I figured the sales from the t-shirts would help me greatly, and I can also get the Mike's Vehicle Spotlight and vlog merchandise to you guys, the supporters, the fans, anybody you know who likes the series, makes great gifts. There you go. It's a win-win for everybody. So I've launched a couple of newer t-shirts that are kind of a limited run, because they specifically target, that the sales of those shirts are going to help get another Pontiac Aztek. When the time comes that I get the Pontiac Aztek, these shirts will no longer be available. I will stop the design, stop the campaign, and then that way, once the Aztek is here, hopefully within this year I will have one, then these shirts will no longer be available. All the other shirts will be available, but I thought I'd make a couple of, comical shirts just for this purpose. Shirts that say stuff like, Mike would rather be driving an Aztek right now, or I helped Mike purchase another Aztek by purchasing this t-shirt. So guys, please support. You guys know how badly I'd like to have another one of these. And let's make it happen this year. Thanks again for the support, you guys. Don't forget to check out all the other merchandise on the store. That's teespring.com/stores/Mike's Vehicle Spotlight. Alright, let's get on with the vlog.
So, tomorrow is the 1 year anniversary date of the purchasing of this Ford Fiesta. And, within the entire year that we've had it, it has been a great car. It's a little dirty right now because of all the horrible snowy weather that we've had recently. It really doesn't look as bad as mine though. Mine's pretty bad right now. This one doesn't look as bad. Well, of course, if usually my car gets driven more than this one. So, it's still in really great shape. No, I don't think there's been any new scratches or dings or anything in it. It's still, when it's clean, it's near immaculate condition. Of course, there were a few scratches and such when we bought it, but the wheels are driving me crazy because they're so dirty right now. The whole car is driving me crazy. So, where do we begin? Because I really don't have a whole lot of complaints about this car. Have to get my wife's input on it since, honestly she drives it more than I do, but I really don't think we have anything to complain about. So let me just kind kind of give you guys the rundown on this car if you haven't seen the very first video that we, made when we got it. So we bought the 2015 Ford Fiesta SE when we decided that it was time to get rid of the 99 Toyota Corolla that my wife has had for, well, her family had it for about, 9 years, including her, I think. So that car definitely did pretty good, but it just started getting to the point where it was a nickel and dime type car, and I wanted her to be in something a little safer. So we really didn't think we were going to come home with something like this, but we did. So that's what we got. And honestly, I was aiming a little more for Focus because it's a little bit bigger than this, but this is actually a fun car, and I'm really surprised at how much I like this car. It's very peppy, it's very zippy, it's very responsive. It's just a fun car to drive, and I'm glad that we ended up going with this because not only is it something that that she's feels safer in and she enjoys driving, but I'm glad that it's something that I can enjoy too. The color is known as Blue Candy Metallic, and I've always been a fan of this color, and this is the first thing that attracted her to the car was the color. So Blue Candy Metallic. It's got the optional Sport Appearance package, which includes these multi-spoke black forged rims. It's got the wing at the back, the little spoiler. So, this car came with a bunch of nice features. So whoever, had the car, or I don't know if whoever had the car ordered it to have all this stuff, or if it was just, shipped to the dealership, with all this stuff. But there were a lot of nice things on this car. It is a very upscale SE model. It's got heated mirrors. It's got the turn signal indicators on the sides. It's winter, so it's a little messy right now, of course, but it's got these nice black cloth seats with these gray accents around the bolsters and such. Seats height adjustable, power everything, mirrors, windows, locks, automatic headlights, My Ford Touch with the touchscreen, of course, Microsoft Sync, the optional automatic climate controls, heated seats up front. Of course, it's got the power shift, manumatic feature with the transmission. So I mean, this is it's a really well loaded SE, and I'm really glad that we found it. It's been a great car. And by the way, we are sitting at hold on a second. Okay. So we're sitting at 27,016 miles, and I do believe we've only put about 6,000 miles on it since we've had it. So it was in the ballpark, I forget off the top of my head. Emery just kicked on. But it was in the ballpark of around 22,000 miles when we got it. So 27,000 miles is where it sits. And yeah. Now, honestly, like I said, haven't had anything major with this car. It's been great. The only issues that we've had have been very, very small, and I think there's only been like 2 that I can completely recall. The very first issue was with the climate control system, and it was something that was acting up when we bought the car. Now what was going on was whenever you wanted to blow the air out of the dashboard vents, this way, you know, across the dashboard, you would hear this annoying tick, 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 tick noise for, you know, a few seconds. And it was basically the actuator door that controls the airflow inside the dashboard. It was sticking or something. Only when you wanted to go to this. Now, if I wanted to do the front vents and the floor, for example, it wouldn't do it. It only did it when you wanted it only on the front-facing vents. So it was a very interesting situation. Now, the car is still covered under its original warranty, so you know, not too long after we bought it, it went back to the dealership and it was replaced, and we haven't had any problems with it since. So I don't really know if I can consider that to be something that broke with us, because it was kind of like that when we bought it. So I don't know. I really can't say it was something that happened during our time, but needless to say, hasn't bothered us since it was replaced. And the other thing that broke that was with us was this mirror. So the lid broke off of the mirror, and it's a really, really dumb situation, but this whole door just broke off one time, and yeah, it was just kind of annoying because, you know, the mirror's exposed, and if you had it out the window and the sun was facing this way, you're gonna blind a bunch of people with that, and I didn't want that. Plus, it was just, it shouldn't have broken in the first place, to be honest with you. So they had to replace the entire visor, which was also covered, and I kind of thought maybe you could just replace, you know, this thing, but no, turns out you got to replace the whole visor. So that was the only other issue that we've had with the car. My Ford Touch, it's still close to the original version, so I know it has since been updated. I've always liked this version of the system, though. I like the color. I like the color-coded sections. I mean, each color code means something. You know, red, for example, is your entertainment options. You know, the yellow's gonna access your phone. Sorry, it keeps getting blurry. I don't know why. The green on this car is, you know, just for your, like, vehicle information, you know, calendar and such. And then the blue, usually if the car has the climate controls in the screen, the blue will do that, but the blue on this one just kind of gets you to your vehicle settings. So it takes a little while to get used to, but once you get used to the system, it's pretty cool to have. The nice thing about it too is, you know, even at night, like right now, it's not bright. It doesn't shine at you. You know, none of the lights do. They, of course, they automatically dim at night from the daytime, but it's just really nice because even though it's up high, which is good, you don't have to look down or, you know, take your eyes off the road really. You could just be driving and, oh, there we go, and just kind of do that. It's nice, but you know, it's not shining in your face. It's nicely you know, lit. Even if it was bothering you, if you were like on a completely dark road, you could hit the button there, turn the screen completely off, and therefore you're not being distracted, you know, any other way. So I think it's a nice system. It has the 1.6 liter, I think they call it the Sigma engine. So it's the 1.6 liter Sigma 4-cylinder, no turbo, not the EcoBoost. I like this engine. It's very peppy. It's small. The car is small. I don't remember off the top of my head what the horsepower rating is, but I like it. It's a very fuel efficient engine, and that's another plus when it comes to owning this car, is the fact that it is a gas saver. I did have to add coolant not too long ago. The bottle was almost completely empty, so I don't really know where the coolant went, but haven't noticed any leaks. The oil seems to look okay. I haven't seen anything funny. Might just be evaporating, but I added coolant. Looks like it's still in a really good spot. But yeah, seems to be okay. Now, like I said, as far as, driving the car and how it drives and such, it still drives perfect, like it has since the day that we've had it. Haven't really noticed anything as far as, the alignment being out of whack or anything over time. So it still drives really nice. Now, of course, it's kind of like a sport-oriented car, and it's not the softest ride in the world, of course. A little jittery here and there. But what do you expect for a small car that's kind of, built to be somewhat of a, a little bit of a performance sedan in a way. But yeah, the steering, you barely have to really, move the steering wheel to turn the car even. And that's what I like about it. It is very, very responsive. It's great. And like I said, as far as like the get up and stuff, if you wanted to, Aztec, if you wanted to punch the car, it takes off really quick. It's really nice. It's fun. The one question that a lot of people might have is, in regards to the transmission, because the 6-speed power shift transmissions have been known to be kind of faulty. I made a complete video about this because the power shift transmission is a dual clutch transmission, so it doesn't act like your average automatic transmission. In fact, it's branded as an automatic, but it really isn't an automatic. It's basically a manual transmission that's controlled by a computer. There's no torque converter, nothing. There's a dual clutch pack in there, and one clutch pack is responsible for the current gear that you're in, and the second clutch pack is preparing for the next gear. So that's basically how it works. And every now and then you get a shudder with this transmission. I've always thought the shudder was normal. This car has experienced it, and the only times that I've really noticed it with this car in particular is if we've been driving this car for a long period of time, like in one day or so. Like if we're out running errands all day, it'll shudder from time to time, usually from first to second, maybe second to third, but that's it. I don't think that we have an issue with it right now. If it gets worse, or if it does it constantly, then we might have to have the clutches replaced. Like I said, right now it's still under warranty. The car's only got 27,000 miles on it, and the last few times I've driven this car, I haven't even noticed the shudder at all. Now it's been colder, so like I said, I really think it might have to do with a heat issue with when it gets too hot or something. So I don't know, but in this particular car, it seems to be fine. Driving the car in manual mode is fun. I can't do it now because I'm using that hand to record, but it's a fun thing to do. I kind of wish that this shift lever had a spot to move the shifter over, and then you can kind of do this, but no, the only way it works is if you put it in sport mode and then you use the 2 buttons that are on the side of the shifter. So that's really the only way to do the manual shifting on this car. So I think that's really all that I have to say about it. Hi, honey. So, the anniversary of buying your car it's actually in 2 days.
I know.
Yes. So, I made a video about it because I was telling our viewers about our experience with the car in 1 year.
Okay.
She's probably not going to be on camera. Can I ask you what your opinion on your car is?
I like it.
Do you have any complaints about it?
It does that jerking thing sometimes.
She's referring to the shudder, which I kind of covered in the thing. Anything else?
No, that's all.
What do you like most about the car?
It's blue.
It's blue, see? Is that all that you have to say?
Yeah.
Okay, so you heard it from her. I guess we're done here. So guys, this is Little. He's on one of the t-shirts, and it was kind of a joke because somebody said one time on one of these vlogs that they didn't want to see him on the vlogs. Well, here he is. So, he's also on the shirt. It was kind of a joke, but I figured people would like to see him because he is cute cat. He's adorable cat. Very lovable cat. See? Okay, I think we'll end the video now. Mwah. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed this 1-year review of the 2015 Ford Fiesta SE, and hopefully, you know, we will get many other, you know, good years out of this car. This is probably going to be a car that we're going to be keeping for a long time. I mean, I plan on keeping my Escape too, but I'm probably more likely to, you know, replace my car before she does. So anyway, that's that. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to subscribe. Check out all my apparel that's available at teespring.com/stores/Mike's Vehicle Spotlight. And don't forget to check out Mike's Vehicle Spotlight, which is the official vehicle touring segment posted on this channel. I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much again for watching. Have a good one. Bye.